hell's wrong with this guy? Why do people do that? I don't get that. Why walk with your pants sagging down below your ass? Somebody explain to me why people do that. I don't understand it. Anyway, yeah, I got my food. I'm ready to roll. I'm gonna need to let my dispatcher know. Be there between 1400 and 1415. Here. Let's start with this truck stop here. When I first got in there from the over by the fuel island. Let's see, it looks clear over there behind on the right. Yeah. I got my reefer also turned on and set to the temp and setting that I need. Anyway, I get in there, and there turns out there are two men's rooms in there. They're both just single toilet kind of restrooms. And of course, there were two other guys in line waiting for each of them, and sitting there for several minutes, and can't get into either one. Nobody's even moving at all, and they're able to get into either one of them. Find out there's another restroom at the front corner of the building. You don't have to go inside the building to get to it. It's right on the front corner, kind of on the corner of it closest to the building that I got my washout done at. I did not go in there to see how many toilets and urinals and stuff like that are in it, but which way are we going, Volvo? I think he's going to go through. Yeah. I think he needs to slow down too. He's going too fast for this lot. Alright, anyway, tell you, have some more to talk about here. Okay, north-south 101 this way. Okay, I know that was that intersection over there that I could have turned at, but they don't want trucks going that way apparently. Probably because the way it's got the little island separating both sides. Probably harder to make the turn without having the tandems running over a curb, so apparently they have a preference that we come this way to get over to the freeway. Apparently you're going to have a little bit of a problem here getting to it. I mean, once I'm on the freeway, it looks like I'm going to be jammed up with traffic. Doesn't look like it'll be too bad. It's like a isolated problem right here in this general area. Probably maybe a construction or an accident, or just too much traffic dealing with merging traffic. Who knows? What the hell was that? I don't know what that noise was, but whatever. Okay, anyway, next thing, oh, yeah, let me get on the freeway. Apparently a homeless encampment here. me so I can move over. Okay, here's the problem. We got all this traffic, and apparently, let's see, they're gonna let me over. Yeah, it looks like it. Apparently, 4 lanes become 2 here. That's why we have a problem here. Looks like we might have another area of slowing due to construction a little further south of here. Anyway, I got tired of waiting, and I was thinking about going to Jack in the Box anyway. First, if I had been able to use the restroom right there in their building without waiting, I was even considering just going to getting food from Togo's, which is right there inside the truck stop building. But since it was taking so damn long, I said to hell with it, I'll just go ahead and go over to Jack in the Box since I need to use the restroom. I don't want to keep waiting for that. Not like I have to do the pee-pee dance or anything, but it's enough where I don't want to keep waiting, and not to mention I don't want to sit there idle too long. I'm going to have idle time sitting in dock doors. And I only have a 14-hour clock to work with, and I'm going to end up using most of my 11 to get to the house. And if I sit around too much, my 14 will become the problem instead of my 11. So, anyway, I go over to Jack in the Box, and they only have a single toilet restroom too, and there's a person in it. Well, I wait, and he comes out just a couple seconds after I get in there. I mean, if I find out it's occupied. And I get in there, and then I find out this piece of shit who was in there before me. I mean, it was like a normal-looking kind of guy, I guess, but problem was, the toilet seat was down, and I guess he didn't want to touch the toilet seat with his hands or anything, which I can understand, but there are ways to handle that. Basically, he pissed all over the toilet seat and left a mess there for me to have, or for anyone else to clean up. If I had to take a shit, I would have had to clean up his urine. I was pissed. Should have told him to get his ass back in there as soon as I saw that and clean up his damn mess. I'm not against making a scene like that on people, at people if I want to do that kind of shit, but at the same time, I don't want to escalate to the point where it becomes physical when it doesn't need to be physical. It's like, guys, if you're a germaphobe and you don't want to touch the toilet seat, you can still get the damn seat up. Use your foot and lift it up, or get some toilet paper and that way, and use it as a separator between your hand and the seat and lift it that way. Is it really that freaking hard? Bell Road, exit 349. 156 at 345. Highway 156 over to Hollister and San Bautista. This is the same one I used to get onto 101 last time, or when I went from Gilroy. You know, when I made that stop in Gilroy, that other video, I came down this way to get to Salinas. Like roads like this, where it's surrounded by trees, or at least it has tall trees like this, or where the trees actually create a canopy over the entire road. I don't know why. I guess it kind of gives me the feeling of peacefulness or something. San Juan Road, Aromas and Watsonville. Vamos San Jose. I take it Cleats is a San Jose soccer team. I don't know if it's maybe MLS or some other, I don't know. I don't follow soccer. Looked like a soccer-related billboard though, so I assume that's what it is. Some kind of, it's a soccer team. Come on, silver car, hurry up. We're getting ready to climb a hill. I'm empty. This guy, let's see if he's loaded or empty. I can't tell. Can't tell if he has. Yeah, no, he might be empty. So he might be able to climb the hill as well as I can. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's empty. Over. Odds are he'll run faster than me on the straight downhills anyway. Slowing areas eased up now, because right over here where this right where the shoulder work is where I was seeing the traffic delay earlier. very minor one, but it was there. Looks like it's green through the area now, which means traffic's flowing at a pretty normal speed. Almost ready to drop down into Salinas area now. Oh, Prunedale first, and then Salinas. Crazy Horse Canyon, Echo Valley Road. Oh, okay, mowers. Ahead. I was just about to say that Salinas on the map looks like it's probably within about 10 miles of here. Altai edibles, elevating the art of cannabis. Exit 337, San Miguel Canyon Road. This car getting off the freeway here. That's why he's camping out here, or she, whatever. That's not. I had to stall and let the opening close up as far as traffic in the other lane is concerned. Ah, shit. Again, this is the problem with dealing with on-ramp traffic. It's especially bad when you get like 5 to 10 of you guys all in a row getting on the freeway together, and everybody's tailgating each other, and you're all wanting into my lane. I'm kind of a sitting duck there. I can't do anything. It's one thing if there are two of you, and I might sometimes be a little more of an asshole about it than I really need to be, but when there's like 10 of you and I don't have an option, no matter what I do, someone's going to be at a conflict with me. That's where we got a problem. That's why you stay back. Come on. I'll leave that space for you, but only you. Salinas, 8 miles away. San Luis Obispo, 134. Okay, and I will be going through San Luis Obispo to get to Santa Maria. I think it was about 150, 160 miles from Gonzales to Santa Maria. Somewhere in that ballpark. Road and recircle. So this guy got out. These guys outrun me a little bit going down the hills, but then as soon as they start going uphill, they're slower than me and become a problem. And of course, there's like an opening when I go downhill, but not an opening when I go uphill, as far as the other lane is concerned. It's just one of those spots where I'm just gonna be patient. I could move over, but I don't need to add to the bottleneck in the other lane. When I know it's gonna take me long enough to get around those guys, and once I get into Salinas, it'll flatten out. So I'm likely to lose whatever advantage I might have on these guys. By the time it flattens out, which I know is coming soon. Hopefully these guys will be getting off the road in Salinas anyway. So concerned about the truck right in front of me because I think he's the same one I was following before, the one who's empty. But the dump, the dump truck further up is the one causing all the slowing, and who knows what he'll do. Yeah, it's just too big a line of cars right now in the other lane. I can signal to move over, but then again, how long is it going to take me to get around this other traffic, these trucks if I do? Usually I can just wait till there's a break in there anyway and not hold anybody up if I don't need to. Bolsa Knolls area, just on the, I guess I would call it the north end of Salinas now. 331 Morona Road is coming up. Okay, I think that truck should be moving over, or no, it's going to be an exit only lane, it looks like. I don't know Salinas well enough. I've been here a few, 2 or 3 times, but that's it. He's not moving over, and no real change here as far as them running a little slower than I want to run. Ramos Transport Incorporated, Arizona. Nice, and he's sitting there talking on his phone, his phone up to his ear. And I don't have such a big concern about people doing that. If you can pay attention to the road well enough to be safe, that's on you, man. May not condone doing it, but they say, don't cause an accident. Don't miss details, because even being on the phone, even on a headset, you can potentially miss important details. I've had it happen to me, so whether the phone's up against your ear or you're talking through a headset, still doesn't. It's still an issue if you're distracted to some extent. But then with the phone, you have only one hand to control the truck with. So that's where that's a little more of a concern. But like I say, I'm not a snitch, and I don't worry too much about what other people do as far as like being on the phone and texting or whatever else they're doing is concerned. Just be smart about it if you're going to do it at all. It's best to not do it at all, kind of like safe sex. Don't do it if you don't want to get pregnant or a disease, but if you absolutely have to do it, there's kind of a safe way to do it. You know what I mean? Kind of where I'm getting at with this is, same thing with distractions. It doesn't matter if it's your phone or your radio or whatever else. It's best to just not have any distractions at all, but if you're going to have them at all, there's a time and place for it. Time and place for that, if you're going to do it, is when there's nobody around you and you're on a straightaway. And even then, I'd still be concerned about wildlife or whatever else that could be around that you don't necessarily see or don't expect to see, but can very well be there. Downtown Salinas, National Steinbeck Center, also Main Street. Almost to the exit where the Pilot truck stop is, as well as where the shippers are that I picked up at here. Market Street, 3/4 mile away. John Street, 1 mile. Then Monterey Peninsula. That's a beautiful area. Monterey Peninsula. Definitely worth checking out if you want to travel and visit California. They got what's that, Carmel or whatever? I think that's what it's called. The one and they have this scenic 17-mile drive that goes around Pebble Beach Golf Course over there. Definitely worth doing, especially if you like driving adventures. Yeah, I think I'll be passing by the time he gets over here, so not much sense of me moving over. I don't think he was even going to need to slow down then and still end up behind me regardless. Sanborn Road, 326 Bravo. I believe that's the one where the Pilot is. Airport, second right, Fort Ward National Monument. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's pretty sure this is the one where the Pilot is. Yep. There it is, right there on the right side, just past the Peterbilt builder. I'm glad he's taking a while to get up to speed because I've got a four-wheeler coming up behind me a little bit too quickly. Spreckles, 326 Alpha, Airport Boulevard. what? I know it's a Hyundai, I just can't figure out what, I don't know what model that is. Couldn't get close enough to read it, and I'm not familiar enough with a lot of car models that I'm not personally familiar with, or you know, have previous knowledge about. Just kind of not my thing anymore. I used to know a lot of the cars pretty well. I mean, what was what in the past, but couldn't pay that much attention to them, and they got too many new models, you know, the models that I've never heard of, or designs that I've never seen before, whatever, that aren't easily recognizable for me. Alright, we're finally on the south end of Salinas now. Last time you saw me coming up here, we actually used this road over here to the right of me. Allen, or I forget the name of it. I was trying to say it starts with the letter A though. Afternoon. Why am I not surprised there's a lot of traffic here? In fact, it's Friday. It's also why I don't want to go through the LA area to get to go along my route. Not to mention, yeah, my own house is probably a good place to finish my shift anyway. It's not that it's off route, but it's not an incredibly long distance off route, and I'm not going to be able to get a heck of a lot further than my house anyway if I mean, at least we're past the San Bernardino area, even if I do stay on route. So I'd rather not deal with the LA basin traffic right now and just kind of avoid that and stay up in the Antelope Valley, which is or either that or go across to Bakersfield and then over basically back to my house that way. Hartnell Road, left turn, quarter mile. Like I said, I'm pretty sure I'm going to have plenty of time to get it to San Antonio on time, so all I know, I might even be able to do a 34-hour reset at the house and still get it there on time. Maybe set myself up a little better for the return leg, you know, because I'm sure I'll be heading back to Southern Cal after that, because I have time off scheduled for the 12th. Getting held up by. There's too much traffic in the other lane. I can't tell if this truck's the reason for me being slow or someone in front of him is being the reason, but looks like it's just him. Incredibly long distance to go after this, but we'll see if these four-wheelers will let me come over. Got my turn signal on. Are you waving? Okay, I guess so. What's this guy holding? Gardner Trucking, what's he? Taylor Farms. It's funny how we get reefer loads where we have to have a reefer running for a lot of these for produce, but then sometimes you'll see the same thing on a flatbed truck. Onions are a very common sight there. Actually, you might see a flatbed carrying a whole load of onions, and they'll dock in the door right next to us at a place that ships onions. But of course, we'll have our reefer unit running and be expected to keep our reefer running the whole time. Just depends on the customer and what kind of quality they want, I guess. Samavia Road turnoff, quarter mile. I'm not very far away from Gonzales now either. I think I might go ahead and take that side road there off of where it comes off at Dean. Take that road down. Take that straight down, and then that'll get me into the area of where the shipper is. Esperanza Road, left turn, quarter mile. To believe there'll be a lot of lights in there between Dean and where I can cut over from, just on the east side of Gonzales. I'd probably be more apt to just stay on the 101 and, even though it might be a slightly longer route, just to avoid the lights. But I get the impression it probably won't be so bad there. Might be a light or two, but nothing to really concern me with. Almost into the Chular area now if you're looking at a map and following along. Okay, there's another one of these cell phone towers, just a standard looking cell phone tower. I say California, Southern Cal particularly, you're not so likely to encounter those kind of towers. They are there, but not so many. Enough fun with these flatbedders. What's this guy have? Dolo White pool grade. I guess, what is that, cement for making pools with or something, or? Dolo White, like the color white. Dune Company, Chular, California. Got a little bit better spacing in front of that guy. He signaled I could come over, but I was still a little closer to his nose than I wanted to be. I had to worry about the four-wheeler traffic behind me getting impatient and cutting over there anyway. Gonzales, 6 miles. What's up with this trailer sitting here? No truck underneath it either. Maybe a problem with the trailer and he went to go get some more transport. Salinas. coming up in just a minute, and not very far away is my exit. Yeah, I'd rather go that way than, because I see a bunch of tight, close proximity streets over there off the other exit that I could take. Close proximity streets means highly likely to be low speed limit and more traffic lights. Most of the surface road between the exit over here by Dean, and it goes straight down into downtown Gonzales. It's more spread out, so it means that it's likely to have a higher speed limit and fewer traffic lights or stop signs. Gonzales, exit 313, 1 mile away. That's the one I'll be using. Dash cam's picking it up very well, but there's a tall building by itself over there on the right. I think that might, yeah, it's in that area. I don't know if that's the building or not. I have been to it before. I just don't know if that's the actual one if that's the shipper's building or someone else. What the speed limit is here. I didn't notice a speed limit sign over here, so I'll do 45 just in case, so I know differently. This is a truck route from Salinas Industrial Park. Yeah, I don't want to take that other weird little road there. There's a road, okay, the road right over there by the middle school that I could use to get over there, but it doesn't look like something I would necessarily want to put a truck on. Maybe it is okay for a truck to be there, but I'll assume that I don't want to be on that road until I know otherwise, until I get closer and know otherwise. So I may just go down to the main drag over there and get in there the same way that I went last time, which is come in off the main drag and come in from the south side of there. It's like a 30 zone coming up. Bienvenidos a Gonzales. Nice mural. I suck at art, so when someone's able to make art, even something simple like that, I have an appreciation for it because I'm no good at it. Abstract art I can't understand. I have a hard time appreciating it because I can't understand it either. The stop sign coming up here, I believe, is the one that I could turn. No, this is different. It's a street that's after this, where I could consider turning, but I don't want to. Garda World. Truck? I can't tell. Yeah, that's right there is where I just passed is where I could have turned from what it looks like, but I don't want to. And it definitely, looking at it over there, it definitely looks like something I wouldn't want to turn on. Taqueria El Brullo. Okay, yeah, so I'll come this way and then come in off the, basically come up the road just to the southeast of it. Line haul trucks use Puente del Monte. That's kind of what I plan on doing. I don't have a need to go that way. I'd rather... This Puente del Monte is the same road I took last time I picked up over here. Okay, it is that building that's by itself. The same one I was talking about is the same. Yeah, same one that I saw from the 101 that I was talking about earlier. It's the same building we're going to be picking up at. There's another Taylor Farms facility right here. And Susie Rush, RMI, LTT, a lot of independents here. Looks like we are clear. Status and oh, they're letting me in. Okay, so I'll back into one of the spots over there by where the other guy is and check in. They'll tell me which door to back into afterward. Okay, so I'm going to use some of this space over here for my setup. I'll get further out from my trailer and kick back over. We're parallel with the lane, now I'm just coming straight back. Just a hair late. No, looks like I'm perfect. and go get checked in. Come on. I've got shipper 1004 at 1412 6466. Let's see. Pure Pacific, Gonzales, California, just so they know. Checked in and was told to back into door one. We'll pull away from this spot enough so I can get my doors open. And we'll just go right in. Well, shipper's trying to call me right now, but trying to get a hold of me to have me changed to a different door or something else. I'll try. We don't need my trailer license plate. Got over some. Get the deed down in there. Yeah. Produce shippers, I need that information. Nah, that's got too hard. Go. Ran out of space. Pull forward. Get the tandems over first. That's better. Looks like the lumber's right there waiting for me. I'm good to go. Okay. A little difficult to try to give you the right view and be able to maneuver the truck the way I want to with the, because I only have one hand available to steer faster when I need to, so I will definitely need a different setup to do that camera mount setup, and different kind of camera too for that, to show you straight back setups. Or straight back situations a little bit better. Anyway, I know it's out in conclude this particular video. I'll do another section on getting from here to Santa Maria, to that shipper there. The shipper there is Central Coast, Central City Cooling. It's off Better Obvious Street. It's east of US 101 if you want to look up the information on the, before you get to that point. So, like I said, it's about 150, 160 miles, whatever it is from here. So it's going to take at least 2.5, maybe even 3 hours to get there. Yeah, probably I would say closer to 3 hours. So, may or may not make a video. I mean, that, show that whole 3-hour section. We'll see. I might go ahead and do it anyway, but I don't know, because I know some of you guys like Tara and or maybe some other people might want to follow along or get an idea what the scenery looks like here. Maybe especially if you're newer to trekking or even not a trek or whatever, just kind of see what things look like from our perspective. That's why I like to post this. So, all right, that's all I have for now. I'm gonna go ahead and eat my burger now, and maybe get some of my my video data over to my tablet. So, all right, well, we'll see you guys in a bit.